Do yourself a gigantic favor. Do not fall for the trap. Do not get pulled into their optical paradigm, the three-dimensional puppet show. The adversarial rivalries battling it out on television, politicians, movie stars, all the gossip. That is specifically designed to garner your attention. And wherever your attention's going, that's where your energy's going. And when you connect to something, it connects to you. And since the source of this energy is demonic and malevolent in nature, that's exactly what will be flooding in to your subconscious mind, lowering your vibration, making you an equivalent to the darkness, and that is how they control you. So don't fall for the trap. Anything you see on the news, what's going on in Hollywood or the media, social platforms, it's all specifically designed by a small group that controls basically the entire infrastructure of the world. Just don't fall for it, because it's the same nonsense they package and they just present it to the newer generations as if this is something new. If you go back in history, you'll see it always repeats itself. It comes in cycles. The recession, inflation, economy, cost of living increase, it always happens. It's never always good, always good, always good, always good. It never will be that way for people. They give you 2 steps forward, and then they take those steps back and they minus it by 10 steps. So here you are thinking you're getting ahead, and not only do they knock you back by 2, but they also knock you back by 14. So you're never actually moving forward. That's why there's no more middle class in this country. I have personally witnessed the systematic elimination of the American middle class because they use Brazil as the paradigm. So don't be a fool and just allow your energy to go wherever the attention is at that time. All of the hype, the media, the chaos. Oh, what's going on over there? Because you don't realize the power of your energy. But they do. That's why they didn't tell you when you were a child who and what you really are. You're not just an infinite being. You are cosmic and celestial, man. You're way, way more than that. You're way more than that. But they've convinced you that you're finite, that you're just ordinary and average and normal every day. That's why they always refer to ordinary people, average people, common folk, regular guy on the street. Why do you think they refer to you like that? Because they want you to associate yourself with nothingness, mediocrity. And that's how you get you to lower your own vibration, because you're doing it to yourself. So don't fall for these traps that you see on television, these candidates, these politicians that have been bought and sold years ago. Republicans and Democrats are 2 wings from the same bird. And they're all in it for themselves, and they could care less about the people. So don't even bother to get pulled into that with your energy, because they're just going to play out that puppet show no matter what. It keeps replaying itself every 4 years. They take the stage. Hey, look over here. I'm going to save you. And he's the bad guy. And we go round and round and round and round. I've seen this for over 50 years. It's the same thing. It's just different characters wearing the same costumes. So you have to be very cognizant of where you are placing your energy, because your energy is your most precious asset. It's your life force. It's your lifeblood. All you are is energy. So if you're looking to manifest something, that requires your energy. You can't manifest something with somebody else's energy. That can't be done. So you have to understand that if you're continuously finding yourself being attracted to these things, because these are specifically designed to get your attention and to attract you, pull you in, to draw in your attention. Hey, come over here, check this out. And boom, just like a bear trap, they got you. This is psychic sabotage. These are psychic attacks. These are energy vampires. This is the dark arts I'm talking about. This is malevolent stuff. Later on, I'll do videos of backmasking. That's when you play songs in reverse and you hear all of that satanic chanting and all those satanic codes. And 440 hertz, why mainstream music is just absolutely littered with 440 hertz frequency. It's because the 440 hertz frequency, it generates harmonic distortion in the polar molecules of the body, because the body is mainly comprised of water. Now, when it generates distortion, harmonic distortion in the water molecules of your body, what happens is it throws you out of alignment with the natural frequency of the earth, the organic, natural, biological frequency. So that only leaves you one other option to plug into, their matrix. And that's just nothing but a three-dimensional optical illusion. It's an optical paradigm. It's a three-dimensional puppet show. It's always the same thing. It's always fear and paranoia. If you notice, they never allow you to just sit still and be at peace. And everybody can flourish and prosper and blossom, and everybody shares the prosperity and the abundance that we all equally are entitled to, because this is what God has intended for us, not them. They refer to themselves as the upper 1%, and you know the names already. I'm not going down that road. I did that a few years ago, and it was a nightmare for me. I got labeled as a conspiracy theorist, a nut job, wearing a tinfoil hat, going down the rabbit hole, the whole 9 yards. And the windup was that it was just disastrous. You can't save someone from themselves. Besides, one-dimensional creatures, two-dimensional creatures, three-dimensional creatures, they're only going to recognize the system as the only life there is, no matter what you say. Because they have been conditioned their whole life to believe exactly what they have been told is the absolute truth, the irrefutable truth. It's just absolutely undebatable. So no matter what you say to them, you can show them facts and proof, and they're just like, I don't want to hear it. All I know is what I've been told, and that's my truth. All of the three-letter agencies, they wouldn't lie to me. My government loves me. That type of mentality. So I don't bother. But I'm just trying to put a little bit of suggestive advice out there and say, you have to really, really value your energy, because it is your spiritual currency. It is what makes up the everything of everything, including yourself. It's your most valuable commodity, your most precious asset. And if you just piddle it away and squander it on the inconsequential frivolity of the material world, then you're leaving yourself with nothing to manifest anything of substance. And that's exactly what they want, to fill your life with these empty material objects, that this is going to make me happy, this is going to make me happy, when it won't. You're not addressing the issues inside. Because a long time ago, you assimilated some of these negative emotional energies, probably mostly your family members, and you internalize them, you repress them, and you suppress them. Well, here's the real news. Every energy, irregardless of what nature it assumes or what form it assumes, it must be expressed to its fullest potential in the physical or in the non-physical. So you can't repress these things and keep them down and think that everything's okay, because at some point it's going to explode. That's why it's always best to address these things, release them, heal, and move on with your life. If it cannot be repaired, it has to be replaced. And your energy is precious. You can't treat it like it's a joke. You can't treat it like it has no value, like it's a used pair of sneakers you could just throw away and you'll get another one, because you only get one type of energy. And if you're constantly squandering it, that is exactly what your life will be. It will be nothing but a series of inconsequential, quantitative, meaningless experiences with absolutely no qualitative value or substantial meaning to these things. You'll just drift. And these traps that they set on the media, the news, music, Hollywood, social media, all of the platforms, it's all run by the same 6 men that own all of it around the world. They own all of the news outlets. Now, the other social media platforms are owned by different people, but they're all a part of the same organization. I'm just trying to say, your energy is precious. Don't waste it, because they want you to, hey, look over here. And then once they got your energy, that's it. You're done. You've been saturated by satanic frequencies. They lower your frequency to theirs, and that's how they control you. This is on a level that you can't comprehend, because energy is everything. And when you start elevating and ascending into the conscious awareness that you eventually will, because that's how you found this video, you'll find out for yourself that what I'm saying is not craziness or madness. It's the absolute truth. Love yourself enough to not find yourself connecting to any of this garbage that they have out there, especially the news. That's why they refer to it as the feed. Remember that.